Welcome back to the Download Illuvium News, episode 89. Illuvium Beyond Wave 4 dropped like 2 days ago. 2 days ago it dropped. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to go over the latest news. There's not a whole lot today. It's a little bit of a quiet before the storm, I'm afraid, with Illuvium Beyond dropping and things like that. But the boss battle is coming soon. I just asked Kieran directly, when is the boss battle? Apparently it wasn't quite ready to show him yet, but they're going to be showing it to him on Friday. I don't think it's going to come out publicly, but it's easy to assume he's probably going to tweet about him seeing it or something like that and things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he thinks, what the team has done. The developers, they put 2 developers onto the MMO Lite, and they're putting more developers onto the MMO Lite soon. So Arena is starting to wrap up now. We'll have a message about that as well today. So how you going today, man?
Yeah, good. I'm kind of sad I had to miss last week. There was a lot to talk about, but watch the replay of it. But keen to see what we have to discuss today.
Yeah. So the first thing is the Community Council nominations and committee selection update are now done. Okay, so Epoch 11 elections are underway. We're now opening nominations for the Community Council. So you can have a look at nominations and nominees right here. Let's have a really quick look at who's been nominated. We've got Patat, of course, Quants. Great to see him in there. Najaf nominating as well. Did he nominate for IMC?
Najaf, yes, I believe so.
Mission Pool back at it. Love to see that. Winnie been doing some great stuff for, I think, the Russian community lately, so it's really good. Linky in there as well. Love to see him in there. I think he'd be a great asset. Great nominees so far, just going to say. Very, very looking forward to that election as well. And yeah, committee selection to maintain continuity. The main council has decided to roll over all existing community members to Epoch 11. That said, they remain open and dynamic. Anyone interested in joining a community can still apply. And the esports committee, after careful review and internal discussion, the council has appointed Slicks as the first member. Oh, that's really cool. I actually missed that. Of the newly established esports community, he brings competitive insight and strong player perspective. That's really great to see. He's like the top player in Illuvium right now, alongside Fox. And so it's really great to see him get more involved in the esports committee. He clearly understands the game really, really well, which is really important. So the next thing we've got here is the Illuvium Beyond Wave 4 sale is now live. Wave 4 of Illuvium Beyond is officially live. Both the alpha and extended sale are open at the exact same time. I don't know if that was necessarily a good thing. I personally liked it. I thought it was good. But it may have dampened the alpha sale a little bit. Hard to say. Your dis.
Do we have numbers? Do we have numbers for that, or?
We do kind of. So I spoke to some of the community who were around when the sale ended, and apparently it was like a couple hundred sold, or like 1,000 sold for the standards, and 200 megas sold. So 20% of them. So even lower than I expected. Like I wasn't convinced they were going to sell out, but a lot lower than I expected. I got one. Alpha
I don't
Mega
think it would have made a difference. I don't think it would have made
No.
too much of a difference.
No, probably not. But it was good.
One second. I cannot hear you. I don't know if it's just a me thing.
It flipped my mic for some reason, and then it muted me. I don't know why. I don't know what TSG is doing. All right, he'll come back eventually. You guys can hear me, I'm pretty sure. He refreshed his browser. That is all good. So the disc sale, you can go buy them now. People are getting pretty excited. We also have a Wave 4, everything you need to know, which is really cool to see. So if you jump in that, we didn't cover that last week. I don't think it was out last week. You can see all the different prices, all the different Luvatars. For anyone who's unaware, it's Malura, Sia, Scarabok, Fern, Lura. Some of the big ones there, Seaforest and Matmut Octius is easily my favorite from this wave. Someone tell me in the chat, what is your favorite from the wave? Is it Octius? Is it Artes? That one's really sick as well. The Revo is actually really nice too. Honestly, this might be one of the better waves. Out of all the Lynxes, I think this Stoic Ember Lynx is my favorite out of all the Lynxes in all the waves. The Stoic Ember Lynx has to be my favorite out of all of them. Absolutely love it. Kundi, so good. Phosphorus, absolutely incredible too. What's your favorite from the wave, man?
I actually haven't taken a quick look. Let's go scroll up from the top again.
That's right at the top.
All right, C is pretty cool. Keep going down. I mean, Ophisto is the obvious one.
It's not Ophisto, it's Octius.
Octius, I apologize. Caribou's pretty cool. And Chakundi. I'll take those three. Sia, Chakundi, Caribou.
I love that Stoic Ember Lynx. It's my favorite Lynx out of all the Lynxes we've ever had.
And I feel like the Lynxes in terms of Illuvitas, I know they... Oh, 1 second. My thing's bugging out now. 1 second. Nope, everything's fine. Yeah, I feel like the Ember Lynxes, there's no shade to the art team, but I feel like the Lynxes all look relatively similar, like in terms like every wave, so they don't stand out as much. I don't know how you can make it different because they are so similar. But yeah, that's just my take, that they don't stand out as much. And obviously,
that might be why I like this one so much. He's got a completely different pose to all the other Lynxes.
Yeah, maybe. And I think like the fact that they all do look relatively similar. Obviously, you might have the outlier here or there, but even when we're opening up, there's the internal meme of like, oh my god, another Lynx, right? So I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, and that Seer is so sick.
Yeah, Sia's sick.
It looks so good with like the magma mouth and everything. Absolutely love it. So yeah, definitely go get involved. But before you buy discs, use my referral code, please. I beg of you. Also, I am doing a giveaway. So go to my pinned tweet on my Twitter. I'll be drawing it tomorrow. No, not tomorrow morning. The day after. And I'm also doing a 100 disc opening live. So I'm going to make the thumbnail for that tonight. I'm going to do a 100 disc opening, and then I'll draw the winners for the giveaway and stuff as well. And we'll get into it. So loving that. All right, the next thing, we've got this leak, which people have been speculating on. There's an extra hint for this. But basically, before we get to the hint, what do you think they are?
Probably loot boxes. Like, maybe, like, the way I'm thinking about it is in Borderlands 3, the crates that you open up and then there's the items inside.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking, because you can open it up. I did see your thing, but I thought this before that anyway. It opens up the same way that the loot boxes in Borderlands open up, and they've got like different layers. So you could have an item on the left, an item on the bottom, an item in the middle, and like if they open up, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 items in that box. And the way that Borderlands does it is they have the colors, the rarity colors that glow. So if it's all pink, you'd be like, screw that. If it's all pink, green, and you have one golden one, you're like, oh, cool, I got something cool. And I know that the way the guys are talking about randomized weapons, weapon stats, I mean, that's where my mind goes.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we're wrong because later on we had... Who was it? Oh, my God. What is going on with my Wi-Fi today?
Yeah, mine's been doing the same thing, bro.
The hell? Okay, so Dan says here, I have absolutely no idea what they are. I've just seen the concept, so I know the scale. And before that, he said, I can tell you the scale is misleading. Now, that is painting with a broad brush. But what that makes me think immediately is that they're ginormous. And really, everything they make in Illuvium is quite big. So, this could actually be... Do you remember when they mentioned that you're going to go around and find these ancient ruins sort of thing?
Nah, I don't think that's it. I think it's the loot boxes.
I don't think this is ruins specifically, but maybe a component of it, like a giant pillar or something like that, or a giant god you encounter before you get a bunch of items.
I don't think so. I'm going to stick with my guess.
That was my original guess. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. All right, we'll see how we go. Just got some cool Illuvitar pose. That's some of the bulk of what happened this week. Kieran says, is it just me or is the art in Wave 4 gone to another level? I think for quite a few of the pieces, it really does feel like that to me. Phosphorus, Sia, Chakundi in particular, and things like that. But the art has always been good. It's just there's such a recency bias, you know what I mean? This one's sick. The Hollow Lynxes actually look so good. I'm absolutely loving them. We've got a languid caribou. What does languid even mean? I don't even know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
We also have the new borders. Okay, so now borders are usable in Illuvium. If you haven't done it yet, you can actually go find the border in your collection, and you can actually equip it. It's really, really easy. I don't know if you've done it yet.
No.
But this border in particular is the fuel border for people who had more than 1,000 or maybe more than 1,000 unified fuel after the migration. The NFT was announced in the Fuel IIP. And you get this sweet border. So not only that, if you have a Dawnlight badge on OpenSea, you can burn it to bridge it to IMX, and you can equip that as your border as well. You get the Dawnlight, the different Dawnlight ones. Right now, I checked on OpenSea because I really wanted one. The floor for them still like 0.3 ETH or whatever. You got them from the balancer sale and stuff like that. So they are very, very expensive. Also, I should quickly show on stream. I hadn't made a post yet, but look what arrived.
Oh, cool. That's sick. I haven't actually claimed mine yet. That's super sick.
Yeah, I got the Illuvium logo and everything there. It's actually really nice. So I don't know if I'm going to start wearing that. I'm not like super major on watch guy or anything like that. But I might. We'll see. Start wearing it in videos and shit. But yeah, got my G-Shock watch. Really happy with that. Keeping it nice and safe for now. But yeah, so the fuel border, very, very cool. I got mine equipped. It's very neat. I kind of hope they bring out more borders now. Maybe like a magma one or something like that. The next thing is you love it when you see that red on the right. We've got a really cool hollow fern here as well. And we've got this. The accessories album, it sounds like it was bugged. I don't know if it's fixed yet, but Jeremy said fix is being tested internally. So likely tomorrow it's going to be updated. I didn't realize that was an issue. There's quite a few other things that people are noticing. So now, do you remember the gold Illuvatars and stuff like that we got from the previous wave? They can no longer go in the collection. You cannot leave them. Okay, you can put them. You can put them in your keepers section. That's kind of why they've done this. You can put them in the keepers section, which is your special 3 Illuvatars that you can slot in there. But in the actual albums themselves, you cannot slot them.
Yeah.
I actually think it's really good because it's like kind of just cheat your way to certain Illuvatars in your album where you don't properly have the actual one. Because they're more promotional things that you like in a Pokemon binder.
I still think that should be a thing.
In a Pokemon binder, you wouldn't put number 3 Squirtle or whatever, and you wouldn't take the full art Squirtle and put it in that slot. You would still have the Squirtle. The full art goes in its own spot. But I do kind of wish, I don't know if we have it, but we get our own album page for promos and stuff like that, right? And a full collection there. So they still get sleeves somewhere. It's just not here.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So you can't sleeve them anymore. Also, the keepers, you're not supposed to be able to sleeve duplicates, but you currently can. So very funny bug there. Very cool. Got a really nice background on the Scarabok and the Octius. Oh my god, I want one of those Octiuses so bad. Octiuses. It doesn't matter. I want one. Some really good pulls here. We got the Hollow Radiant Links. I've actually pulled one of them as well. Sneaky Revo. Crazy good background for that. Suspicious Fern, Hollow Board Tetapi, and a Greater Munkia, as well as another Cheeky Lynx. Loving the Cheeky Lynxes. All right, the other thing is an update from Nil. So he says they're aware of the current issues affecting the game, and we appreciate all the feedback. 3 key steps they're taking moving forward. The final major feature release will actually be next month, so in June. I believe it'll be early June, but don't quote me on that. Things could go wrong.
I mean, the major releases usually are in the first week or two.
Yeah, the current plan is for early June. So this is the final major release. Basically, this is when you start coming out of beta. Okay? It will include ranger bonding and weapon amplifiers. It does include suit amplifiers. I asked that in council at one point. Apparently, they collate the two of them internally. They will likely introduce new balance challenges, especially for the Rangers and their gear. They're prepared for it and will closely monitor it when it releases. Improving RNG clarity and complexity. They will update the RNG and things like that. So they'll be working on concrete changes to reduce RNG, enhance player agency, and streamline the overall experience. One example of increased agency is the introduction of imprint crate tailoring. So I don't know exactly what this means, but this might be something like you could set a preference in some way that you really want a fighter imprint. Or maybe you have like 5 fighters, and so it's more likely to give you a fighter imprint. Or maybe certain things combine to give you certain imprint. Like maybe you get a fire imprint and an earth imprint, and you can merge them together somehow. I think that'd be pretty cool. I hope they do that. But that's gonna be a really big component, so I'm looking forward to that. They'll also do a player survey post patch. I'm looking forward to this final major feature release. This is going to really round out everything.
Yeah, I mean, I know they say it's the final, but I think there's still going to be obviously some reworks to it. Maybe. Like I'm keen to see what the consensus is on the product at that stage.
So the next thing is the total ETH spent for the week of the Illuvium Beyond Wave 4. All right. And we can see that for the fuel and everything like that, it was 8,000, 3,000, 5,000, 3,000, 3,000. So going down a little bit, but mostly around the 3,000 mark. And then Illuvium Beyond Wave 4 brought it all the way up to 40,000. Who knows what will happen next week? I think if it's anything above 10, 15 consistently over the next few weeks, I would call that a win personally. This 40,000 is really interesting though, because I think a lot of people bought up the fuel crates, and they're pretty much all gone. There's no good deals there anymore. I gave people a hint at it in my video before Beyond Wave 4 started. I think some people got some good stuff out of that. So good job for you guys. Don't forget to use my referral code. But with this, it's really cool to see, because I think all of the, let's say, debt in the ecosystem, all of the fuel crates, SRV2 and things like that, I think that's pretty much gone now. I think Illuvium itself is in a really good position for if the ecosystem ever starts taking off in whatever way. I don't know if you agree there.
I haven't done as much of a deep dive as you regarding that, so I'm not going to come from a position of authority on it. But I hope so. And I think it'll be cool. I've always said that I think the next phase is primarily going to be about player numbers and retention, not revenue, and revenue is going to be a much later thing. So we'll see how it plays out. If we do start generating like proper revenue from Wave 4, I mean that's always something to celebrate.
Yeah, unless it's full on mobile and everything, and you can do like ADR inside the mobile app, I don't think Arena is going to generate revenue at all. It needs to go on mobile, be localized. I think it will gain popularity. I think the game is good enough that a lot of people will really enjoy it from all over the world, and it will get 50, 100,000 players. I definitely think that's highly possible on a mobile launch for Arena. But it doesn't have any actual good monetization. Okay. You've got Leviathan, but that's shit. It's not going to work. Leviathan itself might work, but the mobile experience and like a normie coming into the game is not going to care about Leviathan or get invested in Leviathan at all. You need cosmetic stores inside the mobile app. You need the ability to buy alluvials inside the mobile app if you want to make Leviathan work.
I think
you need to put ADR inside
one of the biggest things, sorry to cut you off, but one of the biggest things with all of this is like a lot of these stores need to move. I think it was Stolke actually that brought this up in the conversation. But all of these stores need to but they need to be accessible from inside the client, whether it's on PC or mobile. And I think having it on the website alone is a huge detractor for any kind of revenue that we could be generating. That what I mean is that I'd say that there is, I won't say a lot of revenue, but there is definitely a large portion of revenue we're leaving on the table due to that.
And like we've got Stripe, but the number one best payment rail in any niche, in any game, in anything, is mobile games. It just is. Just the ability to buy things through the Android systems and stuff and just buy shit. It is so clean and so easy for literally anyone to do it. It's the best possible payment rail. So the faster we can get that set up properly, the better. Like you can even do it on Illuvium 0 and it's so damn easy and I love it.
I do wonder. I haven't looked into this yet, but there was a shop in which we could buy battle boards,
Yep.
cosmetics.
Yep.
Are they purchasable still via ETH or?
It's
Oh, so
fuel.
it's by
It's
field
fuel.
now. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Cool. Cool.
everything's like set up to get this show on the road. We just need to do it.
Mm.
And so yeah, but the other thing is, I think the revenue generator is actually going to be the MMO Lite. I think alluvials and stuff will become exciting when the MMO Lite starts to get into full swing. I don't know when that's going to be. But that's like, if they don't go hard enough into mobile with the in-game store and stuff like that, then I think the MMO Lite is going to be a big component here. But really, even if they only generate like, let's say 100, maybe 200K a month in revenue, that would be huge. Like, that would extend the runway so much. It wouldn't even need to. That would be enough to say to a VC, be like, okay, we've got revenue going. It's consistent. We know it's going to be lasting a long time. Now is the best time to invest back in us. It's only going to get better than here. I think that's like proof of concept, and you can go from there. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, we'll start to get into some of the community content. The first one, Kieran quote retweeted it and said, "Interesting." I saw this one already. A few other people had like commented on it and stuff like that, so it appeared in my feed. This Quantum Ascend guy did a really interesting and pretty cool breakdown of the IOV token from a charting point of view. Have you seen this, man?
Yeah, I have.
I thought it was a really good video. If you're interested in ILV at all and things like that, I recommend going and have a look at this. This made me want to buy more tokens, unironically. But really, I think that primary target of 100 between 116 and between 180, I think it's very possible. But I think that's kind of like where he's kind of settled there. I didn't realize how our market cap hadn't actually changed that much. This is the market cap chart. You can see that the market cap has really not gone below, what is that? 30 mil or so, right? Really hasn't gone below 30 mil. It sits at around the 100 mil mark. It's been all over the place, but yeah, so that's really interesting. Really cool charts, really good video. Definitely recommend you go watch it. I just closed one of my things. This is the next one here from Illuvium. He says, maybe it's just me, but the last months we felt like a more united community again in Discord. I couldn't agree more. I think everyone taking life a little bit less seriously, among other things. But I think everything's positive. Everything's looking up. And people are just excited for the MMO Lite. I think maybe that's all it took to really turn around. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Okay. This one here, because I don't think many people actually know about this, okay? You'll only really know about this if you watched the Illuvium Beyond launch party. Did you see the Wave 4 launch party?
No, I actually didn't. It was like 5 a.m. and I haven't gone back to it.
So with this, they say, congrats to Furious Fabricio for today's winner of the Wave 4 Mega Disc plus Wave 3 G-Shock Disc giveaway. Pulled that confused Octius. We saw it. We loved it. Want to win next? Just share your disc pull. So when you go and you open a disc, and I'll open a disc after the stream, at the end of the stream, just to show you guys. When you open a disc, there's a little X button there. You can click that and it will share to X, right? Every single day for Wave 4, they're going to be giving away a mega disc to one person they select that did that. Every single day, they're giving away a mega disc, and all you need to do is share your pulls, and you have a chance every single day.
That's cool.
Absolutely sick. The other thing is the Beyond launch party. I caught the first 30, 40 minutes. I felt like that's all I really needed to watch. Really good, though. Love to see it. I love seeing Roger on stream. I think he's so good, especially when it comes to Beyond. I love hearing him talk about this stuff. All right. Now, I think it's time to open a disc.
Cool.
We'll open one disc and then we'll wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, cool. I would open it, but I think my thing's bugged out.
Yeah,
I bought a bunch, and I just haven't been able to open them because my thing's bugged out.
Did your thing like hang on the spinny wheel forever?
Forever, yeah.
I had that once. I think it fixed itself. It worked on my work Mac. Maybe I've got.
I thought it was like a VPN thing or something. But yeah, mine's just stuck on that black wheel.
No, it happens to heaps of people.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's what we want.
Well, I mean, it's good for me. Like at least I'm not bugging out.
Yep. All right. Looks like it's not going to work for us today. Thanks for that, Illuvium. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this one up?
Nah, not too much, man. I mean, this is a pretty chill week outside of Wave 4. We're just gonna see how that one plays out, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we get some news. Any word on getting? I mean, I feel like the guys have settled in a little bit. Any word on getting some of the game directors for the MMO one, or well, what are your thoughts on
I haven't asked them yet. I'm kind of waiting to see like till the boss battles ready.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
I don't think I'll necessarily be able to show it on stream. I mean, hopefully I will be able to, but I just like that feels like the first development milestone. After that, you kind of have a good idea of not only how fast the team can work, but what the game is starting to look like in terms of gameplay and things like that. So,
yep. I mean, cool. Let's do that. I think by sometime, worst case, even if the boss battle isn't out by June at the end of June, I think by June at some point, end of June, we should have at least one of them on for a chat and just kind of
the boss battle will be ready internally within the next week or so. So I might ask them if they want to come on for next week or the week after.
Yeah, cool.
And end of May for one of them,
cool.
And then we'll do the other one mid-June or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe the vertical slice will start to be in swing then. All right.
Yeah.
And with that, the download is complete.